sabotage shit. Tell them park it, front of Neiman Market. I need that, I need that. I need that. So we gon' chill with the weed at the weed at. Since you got a spider with them keys at them keys at. Shit it on them torture. I'm hotter than the sauna. Build up in the zonda. Calm yourself before you get dealt with. Had the medics working on your pelvic. See your way, there's nothing left to say. Went down like an hourglass. Paris first class regardless. Fake bitches not responsive. Me up in the streets rocking a piece that's retarded. In the diamond district with Jacob. Making all you little clones wanna save her.
We come from Queens where we are taught to handle beef on our own. Roll up cops, we get it poppin', we be out with the drum. Man, we're wrong set, we're home man, we're stacking it. We're whooping it, we're wrong set, we're home man, we're dumping it.
All my niggas kicked up, stingy with the snatch, cause niggas get too attached. Sleep with the rat shit under the mattress, natural. My cat got a 5 o'clock shadow. It don't matter cause niggas is still better. You chicks is getting fucked, I'm on top, that's how I rock. Luxury every stop. Eat it or beat it, you should already know, my friend, you're not needed. Next nigga remix, word of everything, on some G shit. Fuck with me, give me a reason. Feel something hot, change the whole season. For the greater good, make you face your demons. It's the loca, caramel mocha. Bitches is on they sofa, I'm taking over. You're now rocking with the best, mama. Bombshell, hood, hottie in the eggshell, Bugatti. Oh!
We come from Queens where we are taught to handle beef on our own. Roll up cops, we get it poppin', we be out with the drum. Man, we're wrong set, we're home man, we're stacking it. We're whooping it, we're wrong set, we're home man, we're dumping set. Ease on them, squeeze on them, we'll dump the 223s on them. Breeze on them, leave the trees on them, and the bandana make them think it's gang related. We on that gritty, shitty city shit in New York, New York. You come through on some pretty shit, get outlined the chalk. I get busy, I'm strapped now. I'm trying to say I want you motherfuckers to act out. I had that ass sprint towards the door when I back out. Don't do it, don't you do it, don't you do it. Down, 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 make me step to you. Holy moly, the rolly, icy oyster perpetual. Down is blinking like haze, just take a look at it. I'm a regular bad man, they say I'm a madman. Fuck a mask and gloves, I let it on bad hand. We come from a war zone in Southside streets, where anything and anything get done to eat. We come from Queens where we are taught to handle beef on our own. Roll up cops, we get it poppin', we be out with the drum. Man, we're wrong set, we're home man, we're stacking it. We're whooping it, we're wrong set, we're home man, we're dumping set.
Okay, let me be a quick jerk. I can't be long. I gotta run outside real quick and do something. But listen, I'm gonna play this real quick. Rochester Police Command. The main one was the police chief, black dude. Main mayor is a black woman. But she informed everybody today that, you know, the whole entire command quit. They all retired. They say retired. I say quit. The police force quit after killing the man. Command quit. And these coons are up here saying that I told you this was going to happen. The police they don't have any support. You had support. You quit. A lot of this shit is happening across the board. And these coons are telling us that these cops are quitting because they got no support. I don't think that's the reason. I think they're quitting because they're exposed. I think they're quitting because they know all this cover up of fuckery that they've been doing, all these killings that they let pass on. I think that's why these police chiefs are quitting. There's a lot more investigations that are going to be opening up about some of these incidents in these areas of where people were killed. These things might have to be investigated. And thank God for fucking cameras, social media, and people posting. Listen, we wouldn't have known shit about Rodney King if it wasn't for VHS. Everybody got a cell phone now. We got CCTV. Motherfuckers got drones flying in the sky. You'll accidentally be caught doing some fuck shit. So listen here, officers. If you know that your job now entails you being accountable, quit now. Quit. Don't retire. Don't walk away with your money in your pocket. Don't act like you didn't cover up shit that happened before. Take your goofy ass and fucking quit. That's what men do. We got a bunch of these police officers retiring. after fucking up. You know I like my armed service members. You know they gotta go to fucking tribunals and courts when they fuck up. If they kill civilians randomly or do some dumb shit, they gotta face accountability and justice. Our police departments don't have to do that. It is red. You gotta be black. Matter of fact, let's talk about this shit real quick. Cause a lot of you motherfucking coons is out here supporting the police, but I don't see y'all support the black cops. I never see y'all support these black cops. Black cops. 2 black cops. I don't remember the state. I don't remember the town. All I remember is they killed the little white boy. These 2 black cops shot that little white boy because that boy's father was driving towards him with a car, which is a deadly weapon. Those 2 police officers are serving time. But you can get out and shoot Tamir Rice and say, oh my God, I thought it was a gun. You fucking kidding me? Accountability, bro. Or Brandon Tatum, ABL, all you Candace Owens, all you fucking coons out here with this bullshit. Y'all full of shit. If you did something wrong, you gotta face accountability. Why is it that our police force can't face it? Why is it that you are weak individuals to have to quit your job, your position, because you know what's coming next? You know the truth is gonna come out, and motherfuckers gonna turn tail, snitch, flip, and rat on y'all. And let you know, this ain't the first time they let us kill somebody and get away with it. That's right. Top command should not have retired with their money. They should stand there and face the music. But now we got these coons out here that say this is what police officers are going to do. They're tired and fed up because they're not getting support. No, you don't get support when you've been fucking up and covering shit up. Who is going... If we support corruption, are we not corrupt? If the system has failed and we support it, are we not responsible? I don't understand how these fucking conservatives keep coming up here talking this shit. I don't get it. We look for accountability. You want black people to be accountable for the shit that goes on in black neighborhoods. Y'all never talk about these white people that kill their kids, these fucking murderers that's going around in these white neighborhoods. I watch the ID channel and all these other shits. I see white men killing people. I barely see black people. We on the first 48. All right, the first 48 compared to the 17 other shows that are dedicated to serial killers, mass murderers, people that married, killed their husband. I could have got away with it, buried in the backyard. You want me to keep going? Because when I watch those shows, I see white people. So I need answers. Who needs to be accountable? You got a police force, command, quitting? They just gonna walk away from their post because a black man died? Under their responsibility. I understand nigga might have been high. I got the COVID virus, spitting your face. I get it, but the nigga dead now, son. Like, at what point in time do we start holding y'all accountable for the life that you said you're going to protect? Our soldiers are held accountable for this shit. You recklessly kill civilians, your ass is going to military jail. NCIS. Don't we got a show about this shit? So I'm trying to figure out how these coons can keep co-signing fuck shit with the police. Unless it's a black officer doing some shit to white people. Other than that, no, that nigga need to go to jail. He shouldn't have shot the little white boy. He shouldn't have shot that little white lady who was going crazy and running towards him. No. But if it was if it was opposite, she was Sandra Bland, what would have happened? And all these black women walking around talking about the police are disbanded, you ain't gonna get no protection. You ain't got none anyway. Shut the fuck up. You sound stupid and goofy. And half of y'all are sassy as hell. Run your mouth to any of these fucking cops. They gonna punch you in your shit and drag you on the side of the highway like they did the old woman. Or knock you the fuck out like they did the other bitch in the fucking protest. Y'all act like this shit is sweet. No, you don't got protection because they don't want to protect you. They got the job just so they can fuck with you. That's why the whole Rochester Police Department is walking away, retiring, and resigning. They got that job so that they can fuck with you. These are the nerds. Nigga, how many of y'all know fucking police officers? And if you know them now, who were they in high school? Who were they in junior high? Lames, weak niggas, pussies. Right or wrong? Let's not sugarcoat this shit. I know far too many. Fuck, I got a nigga right now, I know that's in Secret Service. I know who he was in high school and all that shit. Probably shoot the shit out of nigga now, but back then, I knew who he was. I know who you is. Same thing. I grew up with nothing but niggas who turned into cops. I know who these niggas was. I know who these niggas is. Why y'all niggas think y'all some kind of... Listen. This shit is a sign of weakness from our law enforcement. And I want y'all people, whoever catches this, to understand this is a law enforcement. If they can't be accountable for what the fuck they do or who is under their command, they don't deserve it. You don't deserve your retirement either. I don't give a fuck how many years you put in. You're not a janitor. You're here to protect and serve, not uphold corruption. When you uphold corruption, you don't deserve the honor or title that comes with being somebody who is successfully retired after 25 years of protecting and serving the community. You don't deserve that shit. I wish the mayor would pull back and say, no, before you get your money, you need an investigation. I want to talk to everybody under your command. I want to make sure you've never been involved in corruption. I bet you none of them get that fucking money. I bet you they all leave dishonorably discharged like what happens in our military service. See, motherfuckers ain't accountable, but they want accountability. Nah, I'm tired of this bullshit. The motherfucking whole police command can just walk away and ain't nobody gonna run up on them and say, well, why would you just easily leave after one death? A bunch of shit happened in Rochester. You gonna leave after this? Oh, because the spotlight is on now. And when the spotlight is on, motherfuckers start reading through files and paperwork. They want to check what you did. Y'all don't want to be accountable for that. Let me retire now. I hope there's some shit that they fucked up on and they ain't got no statutes of limitations. Because this walk away, this mass retirement, these cops catching blue flus and all this other shit, I really hope there's nothing in your jacket full of corruption, because I really pray that there are some people looking in to you guys. I really pray, honestly. But let's listen to this bullshit real quick from Anthony Brian Lowe. Tell you why I'm lit up. Because I'm always be hyping when it comes to some bullshit, especially these fucking coons. And they've been getting on my nerves lately. So let me hold on. There we go.
Thank you for the opportunity to sit down and talk to you today. And unfortunately, I do want to inform you that the entire Rochester Police Department command staff has announced their retirement. That includes the police chief, that includes Commander Deputy Chief Morbido. I believe that also Deputy Chief Simmons, and there may be a number of others that will decide to leave as well and retire.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what you just saw, which was a Rochester, New York City Council meeting on Zoom featuring the Black female mayor, Lovely Warren, announcing that the entire command staff for Rochester Police Department have retired all at once, including the Black male police chief, LaRon Singletary. Now, I mentioned the race of the chief and the mayor for a particular reason. We'll get to that a little bit later in the video. Y'all just hang tight. But are you surprised at any of this? If you are, you shouldn't be, because I'm not surprised. I've seen it coming for a very long time. In Rochester, as any other city that has a BLM type protest happening, you're going to have the police retire, quit, or just kind of stand down if they don't have any kind of support from the local government. Now, before I go down that road, I got to back up a little bit here just so we're on the same page with each other, just so you understand what's going on. I think by now you've all heard about Daniel Prude, a 41-year-old Black male who died shortly after interaction with the police in Rochester. They were called to the scene by Mr. Prude's brother because he was high on drugs. Okay, there was body cam footage, and if you've not seen that, I'll link to it in the box. And it showed him visibly high on drugs, acting crazy, talking crazy. It's March, it's snowing lightly. He's out there butt naked, right? We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. They're trying to get him to calm down and trying to get him to stop. He's ranting about having the virus and starts to spit. So when he starts to spit, they don't want to get the virus. They don't want to get any other thing that he has in the spit. So they put a spit hood or a spit sock or a spit guard, whatever you want to call it, over his head. Now, this device is designed to prevent him from spitting on anyone, but also to be able to breathe totally. He died a week later after the police interaction when they were trying to arrest him, trying to get him to calm down. And the cause of death was asphyxiation. So they're trying to say that the police killed him, they choked him out, and all this and that and the third. All right. And there's a BLM protest happening right now, and it's been happening for a few days. Now, the event happened in March. Nobody cared back then, but when the video came out, all of a sudden it was a big issue because that's how BLM operates. Now, there's all kind of character assassination coming from the outside, according to LaRon Singletary, now former Rochester police chief, and it's also a lot of heat coming to the officers. You got the protests happening right now, and the president of the city council, another black woman, is saying, oh, they should just, relax their attack. They should kind of stand down a little bit, all this and that and the third. So I can already see what's going on here. The city council ain't really backing them up. You got people in the streets, targeting them for harassment. And you know what's next. You're going to have the ambulance chaser come in town, Ben Crump. You're going to have crazy lawyers come in town. You're going to have private autopsies, all kind of stupid stuff. It's going to be a circus. So you say, you know what? Rather than going through all of that, rather than having my name dragged through the mud, I'm going to go ahead and retire right now and cash out. Okay, his deputy police chief, LaRon Singletary, that is, was on the force 34 years. LaRon Singletary was there for 20 years. So you're talking about veterans that have been there for a very long time and say, you know what, I'm out all at once. Are you surprised? Because I'm not. This is what's going to happen. We see it all over the country already. Morale's real low. You got the blue flu thing going. Remember that whole blue flu? In Atlanta, where guys would just call out because the local government wasn't supporting them. Keisha Lance Bottoms, when they were getting all the harassment and not getting support from local government and from just regular normies on the street, and say, you know what, let me just stay home. I'm sick right now. I got a cough. I got the blue flu. Okay. You see it now all over the nation. They did it in LA. In Minneapolis, they're doing that. I think they lost like 10 to 20% of their force. New York City, same kind of thing going on. Seattle, Washington, we saw.
Sounds like a coward.
Black female police chief retire.
Sounds like a coward.
You have all these BLM protests, right? And they say that Black Lives Matter and we're doing things for black people.
Sounds like cowards.
Victimizing mostly black people. You got black folks that have been shot and killed. You got black police chiefs that are being forced to retire. Guys are quitting. Guys are moving away. Guys are not even really doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're kind of being less proactive. Who are you really helping? You got the black on black murder rate jumping up, the shooting jumping up, burglary, rape, robbery, all that jumping up in the black community because of the assault on police. So who are you helping with BLM? Different story. I digress. I think what's going on here is that
So it's amazing. All of these things are jumping up because of the assaults on police. All of this is happening because there's an assault on police. The marches are not happening because there is systematic racism and police excessive use of force. No. Colin Kaepernick didn't kneel because of this stuff. No. These coons will make excuses for cowardice. They'll make excuses for Cal Ritner. They'll make excuses for these guys busting windows in BLM protests. They'll make excuses for these Trump supporters who brandish guns and pepper spray. They'll make these excuses, and the minute you march in essence of Black Lives Matter, you're a fucking terrorist to the state. These guys are literally terrorists. They're stockpiling weapons, guns, and bombs. They have a police system behind them. Police are literally telling these opposition protesters where to go and stand with their guns and weapons. Are you fucking kidding me, Coons? This is acceptable for your top brass of law enforcement to retire and leave and walk away from their job, their obligation? Because they're scared and they don't want their name tarnished, or they don't want to be held accountable? Are we living in this fucking country? Are we living in this this reality is fucked up. The minute black people start asking for police accountability, now we don't need fucking police no more, right? All right, let niggas do what they gotta do then. Get the fuck out our blocks. The fuck off our streets. Let us police ourselves. All that black on black crime and that shit you talking about, I guarantee that shit'll stop. Because we don't need your influence in there. The minute you get the fuck out, we'll take care of our own. We'll take care of the community. Don't worry about it. We got it. But y'all in here, y'all told us you here to protect and serve. All we find is harassment. Daily. But these coons will tell you that these police officers ain't had no support. Man, fuck your support, motherfucker. Your support come with a badge, a pension, a gun, and a union. And when we get killed, you get away with it. It's the law. Now that the law is about to be changed and accountability is about to be held in front of you, all of a sudden nobody wants to be a cop anymore? What did you become a cop for to begin with? Or was it the fact that you had a badge and authority now? That you could actually oppress people and make them bend and listen to your will? I can tell a lot of you police officers are weak fucking men. And that's why we have a series of top command walking away from their accountability, responsibilities, and their effects for the things that happen under their chain of command. I hope our United States military doesn't operate in essence of this. Outside of that, this shit, it disturbed me. It made me feel a kind of way. Usually I don't give a fuck about what these coons say. But when I seen, because I'm in New York, when I seen that the Rochester top command retires, means they all walk away with their benefits, their money, their checks. I'll be paying them with my tax dollars for a couple more years or until they die with my tax dollars. I'll be paying them. So before I do that, I need to know if they were involved in any corruption. I need to know if they were involved in anything that is questionable. And if they were, then I don't believe that they're entitled to their retirement. Believe that they did not uphold the duty to their job, that they did not fulfill their responsibilities at all. But it's okay. A lot of y'all like to say, you know, these police are out here for the betterment of y'all. I haven't grown up in that world. I don't know what that shit feels like to have a police actually be there on behalf of my protection. But if you have, I hope it was all good for you and that, you know, your mind state and mental capacity is good. Fortunately, as a black person, as a black man, I am here in America with PTSD. Whatever you want to call it. Stress, slave, I don't give a fuck. I don't see police as friends. Even the friends that are police. I find this shit to be sad. I find this to be weak, and I find this to be unbecoming of professionalism amongst our law enforcement environment. And if anybody sees this as anything other than that, if something happens to you, well, I hope you don't look forward to finding answers from the top brass or top command of your law enforcement. Because from here on, it looks like they just going to retire and walk away without being accountable.